guys are both really busy. I know there's been a lot of projects in the work. Sebastian, I wanted to ask you a couple weeks, Pam and Tommy, how excited are you for all of us to see that?
February 2nd on Hulu.
I'm excited. I really am looking forward to this one. Does it feel like it's been a long time coming?
It's strange because we just shot it recently. We just finished shooting it in August, so the turnaround time was really quick. Yeah, I'm excited for people to see it. As you know, I think we're at a point now where we're looking back at the '90s and re-examining some of those things that have happened, some of the stories that happened, and we're looking back and kind of processing it differently. And I think this story is actually, there's a lot of pieces to this story that people don't know about, and I think that it'll be interesting to kind of like look back and re-educate ourselves a little bit about it.
Sebastian, what drew you to this film and wanting to be involved with all these strong, powerful women?
Jéssica Chastain.
I forced him. I was texting
No,
him.
no.
By the way.
No. There was no forcing involved. There was no twisting of the arm. I was like, yes, I'm there. You know, she called me and I had seen a little bit about her assembling this amazing group of like some of my favorite actors, and then I went to the Carlisle Hotel and met Simon Kinberg, and he actually looked at me and said, "What do you think of this character? Like, how else? What other ideas would you have for him, for Nick?" And I thought, what an amazing, you know, opportunity to collaborate with some of my favorite actors and learn how to act.
Oh, that's not true. You know how to act. What I actually did when I texted Sebastian is I had put a picture on my Instagram of all the actresses, and he wrote in the comments, "Holy God." So I took a screenshot of it and I sent it to him and I said, "Remember this? Do you want to be in it?"
Remember, now you have to be a part of this.
That's why I try to like every film that Jéssica puts on her Instagram so I can have a job.
Sebastian, were you outnumbered with all the ladies on this one?
He likes to be outnumbered with all the ladies. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, listen, I was fine with it. I called Edgar and I said, "Edgar, you and I are gonna have to do our best to hold it down and look our best." And we did look our best under our clothes. There is another film somewhere where maybe someone one day will see that work that we put in. I know Jéssica knows it, but
the outtakes of the shirtless scenes of
no, it was very
Sebastian
funny because
and
we
Edgar.
were in Paris, and then we got to go to these amazing restaurants, and kind of Edgar and I wouldn't be able to eat anything because we'd just be on these extreme diets. You know?
Paul McGuire Grimes, KSTP, Minneapolis, St. Paul. Sebastian, it is really great talking to you today. I've been loving your work since I, Tanya and Marvel, and you're great in this too. So thanks for the time today.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Now, I read that Jéssica Chastain, you worked with her in The Martian, called you specifically for this part. What does that mean to you? And do you feel that pressure then to just say yes because you have a friend asking you to be in her movie?
Not if it's Jéssica Chastain. then it's a pretty easy yes at that point. But I felt a different kind of pressure in the sense that I didn't want to let her down. I didn't want to let anybody down in this film. You know, I needed to kind of show up with my A game because I knew everybody else was going to. So. Yeah, it was pretty special the way it came together because again, Jéssica went out there and sort of assembled this cast and with Simon built this story. And then once we were all together, we had about a month of prep before we started shooting, and we had all these read-throughs where we would kind of discuss the characters and the story, and everybody got to bring in their ideas, and so the thing just evolved.
I love hearing that collaboration piece and that her just kind of bringing everyone together. That's just, I feel like it's different than your standard big project that you take on.
It is. It doesn't, again, in my experience, it doesn't happen that much. But I think there's something about that. I think it sort of helps when there's a collaboration because I do feel that you get better results in that sense if we can all stay open, and the movie asks for that in the sense. And Simon, who wrote and directed the film, was really encouraging all of us to sort of kind of come in and take these parts and make it our own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, does the fight choreography and the action sequences just come easier given the history that you've had with Marvel and Bucky, or does it feel like an all new workout with the choreography in this film?
Well, it's always different in the sense when you're opposite somebody you've never worked with before, and then you're having to really trust each other and learn how the other person moves, and because it's always about distance and kind of guessing a little bit of what the next moment is. But obviously you're rehearsing it over and over and over again until you get it so in your system that you can feel like you're actually improvising in the moment, if you will. But it helps when you have some history with it, for sure.
Right. Now, when you're filming internationally, do you get a chance to just check out the scene, like look at the sides, have some really great cuisine? And what stands out to you about Paris or London when you're there?
Well, funny enough, Edgar and I were trying to be in the best shapes of our lives, and we decided that we were going to do these diets in Paris, France, and that's just not where you go if you're trying not to eat carbohydrates, for instance. I mean, you may want to not go to Paris for that, but absolutely, the experience that we had on this film. I mean, I love London. I love working there. I got to work there a few times. Paris was an unbelievably beautiful city. I know I ended up traveling a little bit through Europe when I had some time off, and again, that was pre-pandemic, and it was just little did I know that was gonna we were gonna look back at that and kind of how amazingly free that experience was. But it was special in many ways.
Yeah. I mean, I can bet it'd be really hard to turn down a really flaky croissant right out of the oven in a French oven.
Not on the weekend. On the weekends, we certainly, I definitely ate a lot of bread.
Right.
And it's my favorite thing, to be honest, to this day. If you ask me, it's like the bread and the butter thing. But if you in France, you just can't beat that.
Awesome. I love hearing that because I love bread and butter too. So thanks, Sebastian. I got the wrap. I am so excited for Pam and Tommy. Like, I cannot wait for that. So congrats on that too.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much.